Yo, what's up, this is Dark Horse of Dunwell, welcome. So this is my deck build for this season. Obviously, I'm not going to be massively focused on ranked, but this is what we're going to be running. It contains a side frame driver, 2 effect veilers, Kurikara, triple maxi, 1 Blackwing Shanaga. We have 2 Gammas, triple Ash Blossom, 1 KASHTIRA Rice Hat, KASHTIRA Fenrir, double Unicorn, Scareclaw KASHTIRA, along with triple Horus. We have Duamatuf, that's it, if that's how it's pronounced. The Happy, and then we have Quebe Senuef, Nibiru, Foolish Burial, KASHTIRA Theosis, along with Pressured Planet, Wraith, Walls of the Imperial Tomb at 3, KASHTIRA Birth 1, Triple King Sarcophagus, and double Called by the Grave, double Infinite Impermanence, 1 Skill Drain, 1 Summon Limit, and 1 Canopic Protector. For the extra deck, we have Omega, with recent addition, obviously taking inspiration from Trophy. Normally, Big Eye fills in the spot of the Armor Master, but you never know. If you can get the Blackwing out, you could potentially play off the Horus into the Armor Master, which is very effective. We have Baron de Fleur. Then we have Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, along with Dark Armed, the Dragon of Annihilation. Shangri-Ira, along with a Rice Heart. Galaxy Eyes Photon. Lord. Dingarusu, Zombie Vampire. We have the one new edition Garunix, along with Zeus, SP Little Knight, Access Code Talker, and Underworld Goddess of the Dark World. Okay, Closed World. That's what we meant. But anyway, let's get in. We'll play some ranked games. Obviously, you guys can get a feel, obviously, to see what this deck's like. Don't get me wrong, it has its moments, but also it's very effective in itself. But let's do this. Here we go. Right, preferably, you can go first or second. It's not a massive issue. You could possibly add evenly match if you really want to run evenly match. Not necessarily needed, but it depends on what your kind of cup of tea is. So here we go. Preferably, if we can start with an Effect Veiler and a Gamma, we're pretty clutch. Okay, looks like it's not going to put us in the game. Cool. Okay, it does. Sweet. Alright. See, this isn't too bad. We're in a solid position. If they go with Ash and negate the Pressured Planet, we can go King Sarcophagus. We could drop Theosis and Canopic, and then basically play into Zombie Vampire. Zombie Vampire will mill for 4, bring out KASHTIRA Unicorn, potentially. But we'll see. Okay, so they potentially could have Maxi here. Okay, so finally, I actually get a chance at taking my... To be honest, though, theoretically, even if they did have Ash, we had Called by the Grave anyway. So here, you could play this in any way, shape, or form, but preferably you want to go Unicorn, because then you can add Birth. So what you do is special summon the Unicorn, and then we can trigger this, and then we can go for the Birth, and then we're going to go Theosis. If you can lock out the Link Zone, they tend to Rage Quit solely. This is one reason why I love running the KASHTIRA engine, just because it helps massively in terms of being able to get Rice Hat from the deck to the hand. Obviously off Fenrir, but you can now play into Shangri-Ira. Actually, no, we'll do this first. Bring out Rice Hat, and then we special summon Shangri. If you can get multiple out, you can obviously make a different approach in terms of play, but I normally go Shangri-Ira, trigger the effect, and then basically I'll banish a Unicorn, rip for 3, then I get to trigger off Ira. Ira then locks off the Link Zone, because a lot of decks are relying on Link summoning now. We're not going to destroy a card on the field. We can go Birth, and then trigger the effect. Should I special summon back my Unicorn, and then Theosis, not Theosis, King Sarcophagus, activate King Sarcophagus, drop this, and then send to the graveyard, activate the trap, which now let me set it to the field, and then I can special summon. To be honest, the one thing I'd say be cautious of is if they have Nib. Normally, if I can go with 2 level 8s, if I had obviously another... If I got Imcity in the hand, I could discard another Horus card and then be able to play it off and then go into the Photon Lord, which would be more beneficial in a sense. But yeah, there's no negation play, unfortunately, so I am going to go with a Rise Hat. We could have played differently, but I'm going to take it as it is. And then we'll set Call by the Grave. And then Special Summon Imp City. And then from that point, we end our turn. We're in a good position, to be honest, because if I could figure out a card that would help destroy a card and then clear one of theirs, preferably you'd want to go Baron, but more than likely, if you had another, you would go Zombie Vampire, trigger Zombie Vampire, mill for 4. If you drop another Horus, you could trigger the trap, special summon a Horus from the grave. So there's numerous plays around you can do this. Like even with this, I can now special summon my monster. That if they attack a KASHTIRA monster, their effects are negated, which is a win-win in our situation. So there we go. Pop it in defense mode just there. No point activating the effect as of yet. So unless there's Nib's passed. Unless they have Lava Golem, Kaiju's evenly match, yeah. I don't even know what the fuck I'm playing against here, man. If this is a bot match, I will be very disappointed. I think it actually might be. Which is irritating. Man, Konami, man, sort your shit out. It's with these bot lobbies. Alright, here we go. Well, as a first to go hand, this isn't exactly what we're looking for. Okay. Things sarcophagus. Oh, we're good. See, I got a choice. Is I can normal summon, banish a KASHTIRA, which isn't too much of a problem, and then mill for 3 off of their deck. But it depends on really what they're running. So we will go with this. Trigger the effect. You know, banish unicorn. Man, I had a fly go into my eye, and I got it out, but there's something in my eye that's really irritating. See, I could drop Gamma and then send a Horus, or I can drop Nib. But it's a hit and miss, because I'm going to drop Gamma, fuck it. And then we'll go Horus. And then just special summon. It's annoying that I don't have much to go off of here, which is kind of annoying. Yes, I could potentially give up. Do I give up the Maxi to potentially play into 2 level 8s? I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give it the Maxi. Yeah, I'll probably say I'm crazy, but sometimes you've got to make the sacrifice. More than likely, they'll probably have Ash regardless anyway. You know what I mean? So, the worst case scenario is we go Zombie Vampire and then they basically just butcher us because of hand traps. But, yeah, it's all good. And now I can trigger Zombie Vampire. Detach MSD. Mseti, whatever you pronounce it as. Special summon a monster. What we were... Oh, you're running Supreme Kings, okay. And if we go Fenrir, we'll be able to add Unicorn, but the problem is... Actually, yeah, we'll do that. Because then I can do this. Add the Unicorn. I will come back for you in a minute. I'm going to activate, drop the Unicorn. Drop Happy. Special summon. Preferably I want something that can negate, but I don't have anything yet. So, special summon. Special summon. The only reason why I tend to keep KASHTIRA Fenrir on the field is solely for the fact that you can get the effect off if you need to. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go doing, just in case they have Nib or whichever. And I think what Yeah, I think we call it a turn there. Realised Flare would be helpful because you can basically deal 500 damage. And considering we're playing up against... Yeah, we'll do that. We've got Negation, we've got Nib, we've got obviously 500 damage each. I think we're okay. The only thing is, obviously, if you run Theosis, you have to take into account that you could go SP here, but you don't want to do that. When it comes to KASHTIRA Theosis, you've got to realise you're locked into XEs. Why mainly I tend to stick to XE monsters above Synchros, because Synchros it's on the odd occasion where it might benefit, but yeah. So as much as that goes to the graveyard, we can negate. This card's in the grave and you control him as you special summon this card. I think he's going to try and bait out our negation as much as we can, but the more I can burn before we have to negate is where it's going to come in handy. So they've got the Pendulum Scale 1 through to 5. Activating the effect to destroy. Okay, sets the Pendulum Scale 1 through to 8. Now this is the question. I'm going to do it. Yeah, we'll negate. The worst case scenario is if I have to nib the board, but the more I can shut down plays, the better it is for us. Because if I can keep popping the 500 damage, and we'll be fine. Okay, so there's another 500 being eaten. Okay, Astrograph now comes out. Okay. Wisdom Eye. You can discard this card and target one card in your pendulum zone whose current pendulum is different from its original pendulum scale. Okay. There. It's fine. The worst case scenario is he burns himself enough to play into Psychic End. I don't know if there's any pendulum tuners though. But yeah. So you can add a pendulum monster from your deck to the correct deck. My god, I can't even get my words out. You can add a pendulum monster from your deck to your extra deck face up. That's what I was trying to say. Word. Blah blah blah. There we go. Take one of a face up card, destroy it. Take 500 damage. Adds back Astrograph. Probably going to go beyond the pendulum at some point as well. But it's just fine because the more I burn, we can hit Nib. If it comes desperate. And then that way we can get all of our Horus cards back to the graveyard. And then special summon them all back next turn. This is where us running the Garunix is going to be good, because if it's XE summon, you can destroy all of the monsters on the field, and then we can go for a direct attack. Playing against the clock here, ain't he? Interesting. I love the fact there's so many options you can go when running this deck as well. You've got the KASHTIRAs that can go into level 7. I suppose you could potentially run Dibellista as well if you really wanted to. But yeah. He could lead in with an Underworld Goddess here. Potentially. I'm pretty sure this one, it is a tuner. Yeah. So you got double tuner. See, this is where it's interesting, is if they had... Ooh. No, I'm not going to nib. I'm going to let this play out for as much as we can. But, yeah, I was going to say, in theory, they could go Astrograph and the level 4 tuner and Psychic End Punisher and then go for the battle phase and attack and win. Potentially. But if Psychic End Punisher did come out, I would have to nib, regardless. In theory, you could say, but you're getting greedy. But is that an SP? Okay, SP Little Knight comes out. Now you can trigger the effect to be able to target on the field, banish it. And then... Yeah, I've got no protection on that. And technically, we're not being destroyed, are we? So we're going to hit the nib. It's fine. SP's going to chain and banish 2 face-up monsters, which isn't the end of the world. It's kind of a good thing for us. Because if they banish, I don't know, zombie vampire or whatever, either way, our cards are going to go to the graveyard, which is what we want. We dealt our burn damage. We did pretty well. I suppose, yes, we could have played Nibiru a bit earlier to prevent the SP, but it's all good. Okay, it's fair. Close the board. I have no idea why I put in an attack mode. Actually, no, it's fine. Defense mode token. I think I may have made a mistake by putting it into attack mode here now. So what we got going on? I can't even see properly out my eye, man. If you extend a Pendulum XE Synchro, okay. Discard a special summon, you can add 1 card that mentions Supreme King Zark from your deck to your hand, except a spellcaster monster. Yeah. To be honest, I would say Nib would have definitely been better by activating it a bit earlier, but it's all good. I was going to start making these videos a bit shorter, but what I'll do is, because we're 1 away from promoting, I had no interest in actually playing ranked. I was just going to play it casually, and if we happen to promote and demote, it doesn't bother me at all. But we'll go again, you know. Main play is, as long as you can get zombie vampire to work, you're good. What I try to work towards. Yeah, this is... It's not the worst hand, I suppose. Preferably, you wouldn't really want King Sarcophagus, if I'm being honest. But if we can expect like a Maxi or something, then we can go Gamma. We'll drop these. Activate again. Drop the Gamma. Bring you out. That was special summon. You can keep the Horus cards on the field, but I tend to just use them to benefit myself. Because what I want to do, like preferably this is the play I would normally go for, is go Zombie Vampire, trigger the effect, mill the cards, and hope to pull KASHTIRA Unicorn or Fenrir. I would hope. So what we'll do is activate the effect of Zombie Vampire, detach Happy, rip Lilith. Okay. That Sugar Puffs. Okay. I'm going to drop Gamma again. And I'm going to go with you. And special summon. We'll go for 1 negation at least. That is... I was hoping to mill at least 1 KASHTIRA card. It would have definitely helped. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I am a turn. The way I view it, we've got 2 monster negations. If they... Obviously, they're very trap heavy, especially with Lilith and things like that. Yes. Okay, that's fine. I will allow it. I'll allow it to play. I'm just trying to think of how they're going to play around this, because I would like to think I don't know. Okay, so you're going to send 2 cards. Magical Mallet. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to go Effect Veiler. Going to negate. At least Magical Mallet's gone. I need to be sure that we can kind of benefit off this. For all I'm thinking is they probably could run Linkaribo. But I think they tend to run the more Dogmatica cards above everything else. In this case, that both players lose fathom moment, and if they do, it's plays. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong card. All cards that are drawn while this applies for. Okay. You're going to normal summon. Okay, so you're going to tribute. See, this is great because I can negate this now. I can do this. Obviously, we don't destroy the Lilith, but we can actually negate the effect. I can drop MSD. There we go. Nice. We're in a good position here. By the grave. Oosh. Okay, first things first. Go zombie vampire. Drop it down. Rip for 4. Special summon. Bit of a stinker. What do we... Oh, no, I've benefited him. He's running paleo. I ain't gonna lie, I actually... He could really have anything. That's the problem I've got. Oh, I've got an idea. I've got an idea. Into Dingarasu. Trigger the effect. I need to get rid of the back row card. Infinite Impermanence, I'm assuming. Oh, so you tributed yourself. Hold up. Call by the grave. Obviously, if it, the only reason why I use Call by here is because it's... Unless we get Ash, we ain't likely to use it. And to be honest, I'd rather keep the effect of Galaxy Eyes on the field. Because now, I benefit off of that. So you're negated. And also, I can send this to the grave now. Ah, DD Dynamite. Damn. You're one of them players. Ugh. Right, do not overcook it. We're just going to go battle phase now. Because I have a very weird feeling there was going to be a nib. Okay. Wait, you can activate... Oh, okay. Banquet of Millions. As if someone's still running that. Get out, man. Get out. But yeah, I'm going to be honest. Branded used to be one of my favorites, but this deck is kind of up in a very good spot for me. I really do enjoy it. I need to kind of farm enough to get the battle pass or the duel pass. So yeah, there will still be ranked videos. It's just I will be forced to do the duel pass, similar to how we are going to be doing the COD battle pass. But yeah, let's go to the shop. We go 700 to purchase. For some reason, I always thought it was 120, but yeah, my mistake. But it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. If you enjoyed it, obviously, please, leave a comment down below of where I can improve, and also like and whatever, subscribe to the channel. But take care of yourselves. Peace.